and are getting trashed. So, welcome to another adventure.
I'll be honest, in most traditional, by contrast, the protagonist is
Yeah, sorry.
The key to a successful light novel is having good illustrations. When to use illustrations, what they should contain, and which artists you should commission for them. These are all key things to bear in mind. Good illustrations can make up for bad writing. But on the flip side, a bad illustration can ruin your novel, even if you have the best story in the world. There's a saying that light novels are essentially a case of buy art, get words free. I'd agree with that. Too bad most of the top artists have jam-packed schedules, so it's extremely difficult to commission them. The illustrations in A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits are incredible, but it's unlike any art style I've ever seen before.
There's much more to light novels than Paimon realized. Let's go tell our findings to Yaimiko.
The key to a successful light when to use good illustrations can make. There's a saying that light novels, the illustrations in.
Okay. There we go. The covers look not bad. I'll give them, and it's actually up, not down. I wasn't looking at where I was going, sorry. Why did the last episode crash just in the middle? Fine. Now it's enterable? Okay.
There you are. Let me introduce the team. You've already met Junkichi and Shigeru. Shigeru is an experienced editor, and Junkichi is the author he's partnered with. Junkichi's working through a creative lull at the moment, but all his past works have been very popular with young people. He's developed a distinct and enduringly popular style. Satomi is Yae Publishing House's ace in the hole. Her specialty is that she can write all kinds of completely different stories and all under different pen names. As for what those names are, well, that's a trade secret. They will be teaming up with us to collectively create the novel that knocks A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits off its perch. So, feeling better about my plan now?
It definitely makes sense.
Now then, tell me what you found out about readers' preferences. All very true. An original core concept, a fast pace, quality illustrations, and lots of action. This is the formula that will guarantee good sales numbers. More importantly than that, even though it's a work of fiction, we have to deliver a sense of realism.
Paimon followed pretty much all of that, but there's still one question. What are we actually gonna write about? For example, we know we need an original core concept, but how do we come up with one?
Before you can answer that question, you have to understand your target audience. Take A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits, for example. When I read it, all I find is common knowledge to the kitsune, but to the general public, it's bursting with new and interesting ideas. It all comes down to the size of the information gap between author and reader. As a traveler, there must be a great many things you know that are complete unknowns to the people of Inazuma. What is commonplace to you may be fresh and original to them.
Oh, right! So maybe we can take inspiration from our time in Mondstadt and Lille. But that would make it a completely different genre than A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits. Is that gonna be a problem?
Not at all. You don't have to worry so much about how to compete with that book. All you have to do is provide some interesting ideas based on your travel experiences. As long as the core content is interesting, my expert team here will be able to flesh out the details.
then. What are you thinking?
No. The Dragon and the Grand Adventure.
This sounds like a great one! Let's see here. The protagonist arrives in Mondstadt for the first time to the sight of a dragon flying around and wreaking havoc on the city. With the help of some trusty companions, the protagonist successfully defeats the dragon. But then, the dragon suddenly turns into a beautiful young woman. Human, let us work together to build a better future. The love story between human and dragon begins today? Well, that was an unexpected development. What happened to the Grand Adventure?
The Grand Adventure is just the protagonist's name.
What? But that's so misleading.
Out of a maximum of 10 points, I'd give that a 9. The story certainly goes in an unorthodox direction, and the Dragon Girl sounds destined to be a hit character. Approved.
What the heck?
Good job, little one. You're not only drawing on your own experiences, but it seems you're filtering them through the lens of the kinds of light novels you've read in the past. I think you really understand what we're trying to do here. Thoughts from the experts? Are we able to work with this general framework to make an interesting story?
Yeah, we think it works. I tend to overcomplicate the core concept if I'm not careful, so this deals with that problem.
That's good. Okay, we're done with Chapter 1. Let's move on to Chapter 2.
Won't that do for now?
Readers will devour your content a lot more quickly than you'd think. If we don't keep delivering the goods now we've caught their attention, all our hard work so far is in vain. Hurry, Chapter 2, let's go. Can't you see that Satomi is waiting?
What's wrong with you? You don't look so good.
I can't think of any more stories.
What a pity. I thought your beginner's luck would carry you a little further before it came to this. But alas, the time has come prematurely.
Before it came to what? What's happened?
The bane of our existence, writer's block. It's your arch nemesis for life, appearing without warning and inflicting a pain worse than death upon the writer. They sell their souls just to get their muse back.
Sounds awful!
When this happens, the best thing you can do is have a bite to eat and take a proper break. Boss, get me a plate of fried tofu, and get some kushikatsu for these two. Just the basic kind will do. Don't worry, this is my treat.
Your treat? Oh, wait a minute. Miko, we'll be getting paid for all the hard work we're doing, right?
Of course, everyone that takes part in the creative process will be paid.
Alright, cool. Then let's press on, shall we? Don't give up now, for the sake of our paycheck, get your brain going!
Paycheck. Speaking of...
Oh! Does this mean your inspirations come back?
That's... too... obvious. I turned into a geosphere hatchling. Isn't this just another version I have reincarnated into a slime?
The protagonist awakes to find themselves turned into a geovishap hatchling, surrounded by countless adventurers. But then, the protagonist suddenly discovers that they have a special ability. Keep rolling to keep evolving! So the protagonist rolled and rolled and rolled, hoping to evolve into the strongest geo creature ever. So, the protagonist is no longer a human, huh? Good luck retconning that after chapter 1.
I give it a 9.5. Monster evolution is an increasingly common theme these days. What started out as a rather niche genre has gradually worked its way into the mainstream. And I wouldn't worry about the continuity issue. All we have to do is explain at the beginning of the work that the protagonist can travel between different worlds, or just explain it away as a dream.
Ugh, no integrity whatsoever.
The most important thing is that it's fun. In light novels, as in life, having fun is the most important thing. Wouldn't you agree?
You do kinda have a point.
Great. Well, now Satomi can get started on that. Leave it to me, Lady Yai. Let's write about Inazuma in the 3rd chapter, shall we? I can help with this one. We can use the Vision Hunt Decree or your experience in the Resistance. Any ideas?
This sounds a little bit interesting. This will get the Shogun's attention, and this is a little bit too far-sighted, so Hill?
The strict Principal Raiden of the Inazuma Academy decided to confiscate all light novels. With the help of Lady Kitsune, the protagonist defeats Principal Raiden in an exam before the throne, forcing the principal to abolish the Literature Hunt Decree. Are we absolutely sure we can publish this?
We can and we will. I think it's great. One thing, though. We'll need to rewrite the part about me giving you the Omamori. Let's change it to... The mysterious Lady Kitsune teaches the protagonist a spell that can make their wishes come true. The protagonist uses this spell to defeat the Raiden Shogun in battle. That should do the trick.
Whoa, so we're really going head-to-head with our rival on this one, huh?
I suppose so. Once they're done writing the manuscript, I'll write the passage where the protagonist recites the incantation myself.
Are we done then? Do you really think this will be able to beat a first-hand guide to summoning spirits?
The content is fine. Now we just need to promote it. I will contact an artist to make some illustrations. I'm positive they will be at least as good as those in A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits. We'll also need an endorsement on a paper band around the book. I can get the wonderful Ms. Hina to write that.
Wait. What?
She runs a regular Q&A column in That's Life magazine. The people of Inazuma absolutely adore her. You're free to take a break while the creative team is doing their work, but please go by the Yai Publishing House at some point to commission Ms. Hina for that recommendation. Once our light novel is complete, let's meet at the writer's submission event.
Please, talk to me if you want to read it.
Let me think. What spell does Lady Kitsune teach to the protagonist? Ah, I've got it. I've got to make sure it sounds suitably mysterious.
This is not actually gonna end well, isn't it?
Welcome.
I still can't drink alcohol. Alright.
Don't worry. This story has a very clear narrative structure. Junkichi will definitely be able to work his magic on the writing front.
Oh, yeah! How did it go with that incantation from A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits? Did you manage to make a wish in the end?
Nope. On the first day, Junkichi couldn't memorize the incantation because it was too long. On the second day, he didn't wake up in time and midnight came and went. Oh, then, on the third day...
Mr. Shigeru, I thought we agreed not to speak of this.
Talk to me if you want to.
That's just like Erika, always refining her craft.
Nice.
Add a little foreshadowing here. Call back to the first chapter there. Call back via contrast, that is. Plot twist here, obviously. Now, where's the best to explore the central theme?
Wow, she seems really in the zone. Let's not disturb her.
Please, talk to me if you want to order.
That's a little bit quick. I kinda want to see what's back there. Oh, sorry. There's even upstairs. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, don't tell me Tomon's going to start doing the Hot Pot Challenge again.
Welcome
That would be a
to the
little
new
bit...
restaurant.
That's
Please,
not the
talk to
exit.
me.
So wait, is it like a constant area that we can visit right now? Yep, it is. Oh, nice, new area to visit. The only thing that I need now is the bathhouse to be open. But since there are a little bit restrictions on how the game works, I don't think bathtub will be actually what I thought it is. So, for my idea to actually be used, we might have to wait a little.
Miss Hina doesn't usually do endorsements, but since it's Lady Guji that's asking, we'll see what we can do. With Miss Hina getting so popular lately, a lot of people have come to us hoping to do a collaboration. But Miss Hina's not interested in any of it. She still prefers to focus all her efforts on replying to readers' letters, and turns down every promotional opportunity she can. Maybe that's why her fans like her so much. I'm getting off topic here. Anyway, if we can get that endorsement from Miss Hina, you'll definitely get an exposure boost at the beginning. May your light novel sell well and set a new record for the Yai Publishing House.
We'll do our best.
Lady Guji has an eye for things like this. If she thinks your work is interesting, you can be sure it's destined for success.
Just as I planned.
Well, thanks for the encouragement.
Shogun must have her reasons.
Oh. Get busy.
Are you sure you'd like to submit this entry? Let me see. The Miraculous Adventures of the Traveler by Thousand Hands.
What a strange pen name. Definitely your doing. Having been around you so much recently, Paimon's slowly starting to understand your unique tastes.
What do you mean, strange? It took a lot of work by a lot of different people to get this thing finished. Don't you think it's a very descriptive pen name?
We'll get this printed as a matter of priority and conduct trial sales in pilot locations throughout Inazuma. I'll announce the sales numbers in 3 days.
Uh-oh. Paimon's getting a little nervous now. Do you really think this is gonna work?
We had a top-notch team.
That's right. Be confident in your work. That's exactly how a light novelist should be.
Okay, then I'll sign you up. Please come back in 3 days for the results. Thank you all for your submission. I wish you the very best of luck.
Do I really have to wait for 3 days? Alright. Well, good thing I know how to use the power of time, at least. Or actually, we can get this started. I mean, Kokomi's waiting for us, but should I really do it right now? I'm really doubting myself right now because I don't want to start that quest too quick, since it is the main part of the whole 2.5 update. And if I do that intersection by, like, story quests with characters, I'm not sure how that will go. I never tried that kind of stuff before, like area exploration crossed with like character. Give me a minute, I'll decide. Alright, it's decided. Well, since this like episode was actually supposed to be fully about this, because my, well, game crashed on the last episode, so I didn't actually even end the episode properly. So I might have to do like double the amount of what I normally do on this episode's ending. Which is not ideal, because I don't like to do those kind of stuff. I don't like the game crashing, that is.
This is the correspondence from Stingray 3. Your Excellency, the situation looks extremely serious.
Thank you, Ueno. Inform Swordfish 1 to stand by. I'll see to the wounded shortly.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, Kokomi! How have you been?
Captain of Swordfish 2. Glad to have you back on Watatsumi Island. I would have liked to have given you a grand reception, but as you can see...
What's going on?
Not long ago, I hosted the Watatsumi Goryo Matsuri. It's the most important ceremony on Watatsumi Island. I'm guessing you'll have heard about it from Tsuyuko?
What? How did you know we were the ones helping out Tsuyuko this whole time?
I'd be more surprised if she didn't know.
Tsuyuko is one of the more conscientious shrine maidens of Sangonomiya. I knew that handing off the planning of the ceremony to her would play to her strengths. Based on her description of the person who took the commission, it was quite obviously you.
This is all starting to sound pretty suspicious.
It's a bit late for that now, Paimon.
Anyway, I'm sure Tsuyuko will have told you that the Watatsumi Goryo ceremony is a ceremony to reverse the holy soil phenomenon on Watatsumi Island. It's a bleaching process that slowly turns the earth to holy soil, leaving the land infertile and devastating agricultural production. Granted, crops aren't our staple food on Watatsumi Island, but I can't allow external forces to drastically alter the people's diet, and we certainly shouldn't be overly reliant on imports.
Paimon doesn't quite follow.
Imagine all you had to eat from now on was radishes. No more fish or meat. Clearer now?
That would be terrible!
The issue began with the Watatsumi Goryo Matsuri. I did not miss a single step during the ritual, and there's no question that the blood branch coral you retrieved was infused with the Omikami's power. But it didn't reverse the holy soil phenomenon as expected. Instead, it just paused. This has never happened before in history. This is ultimately a matter of Watatsumi Island's survival, so I sent as many people as I could spare to Enkanomiya to investigate the situation. The news from Stingray 3 was that all of Enkanomiya is engulfed in a darkness that cannot be dispelled. Additionally, there have also been reports of monsters, the likes of which no one has ever seen before.
Strange monsters? And an all-engulfing darkness?
That doesn't sound good whatsoever.
That's all that Stingray 3 has reported. Their investigation otherwise has yielded no useful information, and the unforgiving environment has caused many casualties so far. I have sent several rescue teams already, but so far, the situation does not look promising. It brings me no pleasure to have to ask, but on behalf of all of Watatsumi Island, I beseech you, please, lend us your assistance one more time.
Anything for you, madam.
Please don't joke around. But thank you for once again agreeing to put your life on the line for the sake of our island. Now, please, come with me to meet Tsuyuko.
Your Excellency, Traveler. I did wonder. Hope you're both having a wonderful date so far.
Cut the comedy, Tsuyuko, or I may have to have you and Naki switch posts next year, in which case, you'd be in charge of Spectre Eco Management on Watatsumi Island.
No need, I'll stop. So, since the two of you are here together, I assume it's about Enkanomiya?
Kokomi filled us in on what's been going on.
Kokomi. Right. Well, as I'm sure Her Excellency has told you, an ominous darkness has completely engulfed Enkanomiya. At the same time, strange humanoid monsters have appeared when the place should be completely deserted.
Humanoid monsters?
Armor that can move on its own. I know it sounds ridiculous, but we're not talking about one spook soldier hallucinating in the darkness. All the wounded who returned to Sangonomiya have described seeing the same thing. On top of this, even ordinary enemies seem to grow much stronger in the darkness. That's why Stingray 3 has sustained so many casualties. There's one other thing that the returning soldiers have mentioned. They say a shrine maiden who calls herself Sumi has been helping to treat the wounded.
Sumi? I don't recall there being any record of a shrine maiden by that name in Sangonomiya.
That's the thing. There isn't one. But she held something called a Sento ceremony, which managed to keep a small area in the very center of Enkanomiya brightly lit. Thanks to her, the wounded soldiers have a safe zone where they can recuperate.
Sento. I've seen this term in the Deep Sea Healing Arts Compendium, but it's a ceremony that only works in Enkanomiya, so it was never brought to Watatsumi Island. I'd love to meet this Tsumi, but right now, helping the wounded has to be my top priority.
Your Excellency, even if you had no duties at all right now, there's still no way we'd let you go down there. Enkanomiya is exceedingly dangerous right now. Only preeminent warriors like the Traveler and Paimon should venture there.
Yep, absolutely, 100%. This is a job only we can handle.
Tsuyuko, you'll get Paimon.
Yeah. We've worked together plenty of times in the past, after all.
Do you have any other information about Tsumi?
It was mentioned that she wears a strange mask that covers the upper half of her face.
That's shrine me.
How interesting. What is she trying to hide?
Your Excellency, in my humblest of opinions, Sumi has shown nothing but goodwill so far. Since the situation is so critical, we don't have the resources to make other defense arrangements and cast suspicion on our allies.
I see what you mean. I have instructed Swordfish 1 to proceed to Enkanomiya and continue evacuating the wounded. Traveler, you can go with them. Swordfish 1 will escort you to the camp at the center of Enkanomiya. Also, please, take this with you.
What's this? Looks like a missing piece of something.
It's just a little trinket. When you are faced with a difficult choice, It might be able to help you.
Your Excellency. But isn't that...
Watatsumi Island doesn't need it anymore. Besides, both of the other 2 pieces are in Enkanomiya. If we're lucky enough, this could be our chance to reunite them.
Understood, Your Excellency. Okay. Emergency measures to hold the Three Realms Gateway offering now underway.
I apologize for the trouble. Now please excuse me. I need to tend to the wounded. Please, see Ueno once you're ready.
Spectre Eco-Management. I hear Liyue has a program to get rid of rats, cockroaches, flies, and barnacles. Spectre Eco-Management must be the same kind of thing.
Actually, it's way worse. Well guys, this is day 2 of the submission contest. So, I'm going to end this episode over here. Yeah, I know, the last episode have been lagged and this and this story has been cut short. I know that's kind of bad, but I'll make it up for you guys. I'll wait till day 3, then I'll go back to Yaimiko, and then I'll go back into Enkanomiya. At least that's what I am planning currently. If there are changes that are inevitable, I can't really save those since they're, well, you know. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you leave a like and also leave a comment. And if you kindly do so, since the last episode gone wrong without an ending. I hope you guys leave a subscribe, and also make sure that Inzuma is well-being, that Enkanomiya doesn't actually burst out of that hole and into the sky, engulfing the whole atmosphere with darkness. Because right now, since we have unlocked this much of the map, I doubt it's not going to affect Liyue and Mondstadt. And that would be really, really bad. Anyways, thanks for watching, and we'll meet you all next time.